Conquer Emotional Eating, a guide for adults seeking diet support. Have you ever found yourself reaching for a snack, not because your stomach is growling, but because you're wrestling with stress, sadness, or just plain boredom? That's emotional hunger talking, and it's a signal worth understanding. Let's explore how to break free from this cycle and nourish your body and mind. Emotional hunger is a powerful urge driven by feelings, not physical need. It's your brain seeking comfort, often through foods high in sugar, fat, or salt. These foods trigger a release of dopamine, a feel-good chemical, providing temporary relief from emotional discomfort. Unlike physical hunger, which builds gradually and can be satisfied with a variety of foods, emotional hunger strikes suddenly and craves specific comfort foods. You might find yourself wanting ice cream after a stressful day at work, or chips when you're feeling lonely. This type of hunger often persists even after you're physically full. The temporary relief offered by emotional eating is often followed by feelings of guilt, shame, and regret. These negative emotions can then trigger another episode of emotional eating, creating a vicious cycle that's difficult to break. Over time, this pattern can lead to weight gain, poor eating habits, and a negative self-image. Many adults in today's fast-paced world turn to food as their primary source of comfort. It's a readily available and socially acceptable way to cope with stress, anxiety, and other difficult emotions. However, it's important to recognize that weight gain and unhealthy eating habits are often symptoms of a deeper issue: unmet emotional needs. Traditional diets that focus solely on calorie restriction and strict meal plans often fail to address the underlying emotional reasons for eating. While these diets may lead to short-term weight loss, they don't equip you with the tools to manage your emotions in a healthy way. As a result, you may find yourself returning to emotional eating patterns once the diet is over. The key to long-term success lies in understanding why you're eating, not just what you're eating. It's about shifting your focus from external rules to internal awareness. By addressing the emotional roots of your eating habits, you can create a more sustainable and fulfilling relationship with food. Learning to differentiate between physical and emotional hunger is a crucial step in breaking the cycle of emotional eating. Physical hunger is a gradual process that signals your body needs fuel. It can be satisfied with a variety of foods and disappears when you're full. Emotional hunger, on the other hand, is a sudden urge driven by emotions. It often craves specific comfort foods and persists even when you're physically full. It's important to pay attention to these cues and ask yourself if you're truly hungry or if you're seeking emotional comfort. One of the most effective ways to identify your emotional eating triggers is to keep a food and emotion journal. For a week or two, write down everything you eat, the time you eat it, and how you're feeling before, during, and after eating. Be as specific as possible about your emotions. Over time, you'll begin to notice patterns. You might discover that you tend to eat when you're stressed at work, bored on the weekends, or lonely in the evenings. Identifying these triggers is the first step in developing healthier coping mechanisms. When you feel the urge to eat, pause and ask yourself, what am I truly hungry for? Sometimes, the answer isn't food. You might be craving love, connection, peace, or simply a break from your daily routine. Food can't provide these things, but identifying your real needs is the first step toward meeting them in healthier ways. Perhaps you're feeling lonely and need to connect with a friend or family member. Maybe you're stressed and need to take a relaxing bath or go for a walk in nature. By addressing your emotional needs directly, you can reduce your reliance on food for comfort. Once you've identified your emotional eating triggers, it's time to build an emotional toolbox filled with healthy alternatives. These are activities and strategies that help you regulate your emotions without turning to food. The key is to find activities that you enjoy and that effectively soothe your emotions. Some examples of healthy coping mechanisms include going for a walk or run, listening to music, calling a friend or family member, practicing meditation or deep breathing exercises, journaling your feelings, reading a book, taking a relaxing bath, or engaging in a hobby you enjoy. Experiment with different activities and find what works best for you. It's also crucial to heal your relationship with food. This means letting go of restrictive diets and food rules and learning to trust your body's natural hunger and fullness cues. Stop labeling foods as good or bad. Food is neutral. It's simply fuel for your body. What matters is the intention behind your choices. When you remove guilt and moral judgment from your eating habits, You create space for freedom and balance. You can enjoy all types of food in moderation without feeling ashamed or deprived. This approach promotes a healthier and more sustainable relationship with food. Mindful eating is a powerful tool for breaking the cycle of emotional eating. It involves paying attention to the present moment while you're eating, without judgment. Slow down, chew thoroughly, and eliminate distractions like your phone or TV. Pay attention to the taste, smell, and texture of your food. Notice how your body feels as you eat. Eat when you're physically hungry, and stop when you're gently satisfied, not stuffed. Mindful eating helps you reconnect with your body's natural hunger and fullness cues, and make more conscious food choices. If you're struggling to overcome emotional eating on your own, don't hesitate to seek professional help. A registered dietitian trained in emotional eating can provide guidance on developing a sustainable and balanced eating plan. They can also help you identify your emotional eating triggers and develop healthier coping mechanisms. A psychologist or therapist can help you explore the emotional roots of your eating habits. They can provide support and guidance as you work through underlying issues such as stress, anxiety, depression, or trauma. Approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, schema therapy, and trauma-informed care can be transformative. Remember, your emotions aren't enemies. They're messengers, signaling that something inside needs care. Emotional hunger is your body asking for presence, compassion, and connection, not just food. By learning to listen to your emotions and respond to them in healthy ways, you can break free from the cycle of emotional eating. With time and patience, you'll stop fearing your feelings. You'll learn to soothe yourself without food. Your body will return to its natural rhythm. Eating will become a source of energy, enjoyment, and nourishment, not a coping mechanism. If you struggle with emotional eating, know this: you're not weak. You're human. Healing is possible. One step, one choice, one moment of awareness at a time. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your progress. And don't give up on your journey to a healthier and happier you. The next time that sudden urge to eat hits you, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling? That single question can change everything. This isn't just about what's on your plate. It's about what's on your mind. When your mind is at peace, your eating will follow, and so will your body. Ready to take control of your emotional eating and build a healthier relationship with food? Subscribe to our channel for more expert advice, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Join our community of adults committed to mindful eating, emotional well-being, and lasting diet support. Your journey to freedom begins now. Subscribe, and let's thrive together.